Oh, gosh. Oh, it's a little bit nippy. It's a little bit nippy. This thingy inside. Oh, God, I'm running a bit late as well. Oh, dearie me. Hello, darlings, and a very warm welcome to, what day is it? A very warm welcome. Oh, God, I was going to say welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Oh, balls, I forgot to pump that tyre up. Bloody hell. A very warm welcome to Wednesday's Daily Diary. Hello, sheepies. How are you? Oh, gotta love the sheepies. Right, well, you're driving to... Oh, straight out, no messing. Look at that. You're driving to work with me again, I'm afraid, because I have done nothing today. I tend to be knackered on a Wednesday because, you know, busy weekend work-wise, and then I try to make the most of Monday nights. So, yeah, I tend not to get all of the sleep that I could do with. And by the time Wednesday rolls around, I always have good intentions of being most awfully productive, and so on and so forth. That's so forth, but, you know, adjusted for inflation. Inflationary language, it's a thing, darlings. Yeah, and I always have good intentions of a Wednesday, and they seldom come to fruition. I always end up chilling out and doing next to nothing, and that is pretty much exactly what I've done today. The sum totals of today's achievements are: I got up quite late, it has to be said. I think it was 10:30 by the time I rolled out of my pit. I know, absolutely outrageous. What else did I manage to do? I made coffee. I edited the video that went up. When did it go out today? Oh, it went out in the 16:16 slot. That's right. So it's been out there. Well, it's 17:26 now. So the video has been out there for, let's work that out, 1 hour and 12 minutes. I wonder how it's doing. I watched the beginning of that video over and over and over, and I was just wetting myself. It's, yeah, if you've watched the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, well, you know, either you're not going to know what I'm talking about, or you can go and watch the video. You've got options, darlings, and it just makes me laugh every time. I don't get tired of it. So, edited the video, made lunch, did a load of laundry. That's it. All of the jobs that I had penciled in to do today have remained undone. I haven't even done Netty's washing up, shamefully. That's still sitting in Netty's foldable washing up bowl, and it's sitting in the corner of the kitchen waiting to be done. Outrageous, outrageous. So yeah, it's just been one of those days. You need one of those a week, don't you, where you just slow down and catch up with yourself. Thank you for last night's live stream, which was really quite well attended for a nondescript Tuesday night, but it did turn out to be the 7,000 subscriber celebration. So yep, thank you for supporting that, and thank you for all of the kind congratulatory messages. Now then, rolling forward from yesterday's video, I wanted to talk to you about seasonal pitches. Now, really, you should be talking to me about seasonal pitches, because I kind of know sod all about them, but I am learning now. Kind of 12 months ago, I was entirely unaware of their existence. But there you go. It's been an interesting 12 months or so. I've learned about all kinds of things, and I've done different things as well. So, seasonal pitches and the financial viability thereof. Now, a couple of days ago, I think it was on Monday, I had some really helpful comments from somebody who has a seasonal pitch here in the Peak District. This screw rolling around has been annoying me since I bought this car, and it's just occurred to me that I could stop it annoying me by removing it from where it is and doing something with it. I don't want to throw it away because it looks as if it belongs somewhere in the car, and you can guarantee if I do throw it away, then within 43 seconds I will discover where it should be and the fact that it is essential and the car will not survive without it. Where was I? Yeah. So somebody actually lives most of the time on a seasonal pitch here in the Peak. Now, a lot of people had been telling me that you can only stay on a seasonal pitch for 8 months of the year, and 1 day in each month you need to not be there to comply with some legality, which means you don't have to pay council tax or something of the sort. The fact that it's not deemed as a permanent residence. Right, you lot will, well, some of you lot will know a damn sight more about that than me. This is, you know, I'm on a learning curve here. There are all sorts of things that I'm going to have to learn about. People ask me questions in the comments. What do you do about doctors? What do you do about emptying the toilet? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I'm going to have to find it. Well, first I'm going to have to find the questions, and then I'm going to have to find answers to them. So again, this is not me informing you. This is me asking you to inform me, because I'm clueless Colin here. Yeah, so people have been saying that 8 months a year, seasonal pitch, can't be there one night of each month, and that is true in many cases. But this person who stays on one here in the Peak says that their seasonal pitch place is open. You can stay 11 months of the year, and she said that the facilities are amazing. It's certainly in a beautiful part of the Peak District, and it really provided me with food for thought, because very helpfully she told me, I say she, might not have been a she, you're often not sure of the gender of a viewer when it's a non-gender specific YouTube username, channel name or handle. And I suppose in this modern day and age it shouldn't really matter, should it? I'm old school. I feel that I should address somebody by their gender, but fluidity is a thing these days, isn't it? So, oh, I'm too old to get out of the habit. I'm too old to remember to call people them and they. I don't mean to offend anybody, and as far as I'm concerned, I support people within reason identifying as whatever they want to identify as, and I would not deliberately offend somebody by purposely misgendering them, or whatever the current bloody phrase is. I'm just an old school dinosaur and I don't understand these things. Anyway, getting off point. The point is that they have got a seasonal pitch. They can stay there 11 months of the year, and they put a figure on it, and that figure is £3,000. Now, I read in another comment that is cheaper than Lickpenny. Lickpenny would have been my first point of looking, because it's on my way to the restaurant. It's about halfway between Windybum and the restaurant. We will be driving past it yet again very soon, so it will be handy for work. It's a Caravan and Motorhome Club site, so I know that the facilities are going to be first class. I've never stayed there, perhaps I should, but I've heard that it's a very beautiful site. So that was kind of my first thought when I first started thinking about seasonal pitches, because I had noticed on the Caravan and Motorhome Club website that was one of theirs that had seasonal pitches. Now, whether there's any free, that is a different kettle of halibut. I've got cramp in my foot. Oh, that's painful. But those things we're going to have to find out. But the point is, we now know that there are 11 months seasonal pitches to be had, and one of them at least costs £3,000 per year. So let's have a little think about that. Is it viable, and is it justifiable? Well, two things to look at there, isn't there? Right, so number one, obviously you can go off-grid wild camp for free, and there's a big difference between free and £3,000. Is it worth £3,000 per year to have? Well, what do you get for £3,000 a year? Let's think about it. You get security. You're on a secure, patrolled site, probably behind a locked barrier. That's got to be worth something. You are safe. You're not going to get robbed. You're not going to get disturbed by people annoyed that you're there, or drunken youths out carousing at night. You're going to have safety, and you're going to have peace. That's got to be quite valuable. What else are you going to have? Well, you're going to have an electric hookup. Now that has got to be incredibly valuable, I would have thought, personally, because that means that you've got access to home comforts. You can have a microwave, you can have a coffee machine, a Tassimo in my case. You can have a fridge that's not gobbling up gas at an enormous rate of knots. And anything else that you can think of that requires mains electricity, a radiator, an oil-filled radiator, such as is in NETTY. You get access to all of those things. What else? You get access to facilities that you wouldn't have out in the wild. You have, well, if it's a Caravan and Motorhome Club site, you have spotless lavatories, lovely showers, washing up areas, a laundry facility, water, a simple thing like water, very important. You know, we all need water, and if you're off-grid, you ain't necessarily always going to have access to it. And you've got access to places where you can empty your droppings from your chemical bog, empty your grey water tank, etc, etc, etc. So, considering all of those things, do they justify £3,000 a year? Well, let me know what you think in the comments, please. But in my mind, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you were getting maximum use out of that pitch, so if you're staying on that seasonal pitch every single night that you are legally and contractually allowed to do so, I reckon, hell yeah, you're getting value out of that £3,000. Absolutely, I think you are. I mean, just the peace of mind that you know where you're going to be, and that safety and security of being on a secure site, that alone justifies it in my mind. And when you factor in everything else, it's a no-brainer. Oh, excuse me. So by the time you factor in everything else, to me it's an absolute no-brainer. Yeah, absolutely, it's worth that. Other things to consider: if you are doing off-grid, I'm going to sneeze again. If you're doing off-grid, you are going to be in a motorhome or a camper van, and as more than one person have pointed out in comments, if that motorised vehicle breaks down, you are screwed. Now, you are slightly screwed even if you can afford the repair, because you've got to find somebody to repair it, and you've got to find somewhere else to live while it's being repaired. If you can't afford to repair it, then you are utterly screwed. Whereas with a seasonal pitch, assuming you can afford to do it, you can put a caravan on there. Now, if you're skint, then I suppose you could put a very cheap caravan on there, because you can buy a caravan from 500 quid. You know, a reasonably, you know, it's going to need, probably going to be a small one, it's going to need some bits and pieces, but nonetheless they are out there. And then I suppose you could save up your pennies and upgrade it after so long to a better one. But yeah, the point is that it's an extra bit of security, because you've got a caravan on a seasonal pitch. You are not fearing mechanical breakdown, not with your home anyway. Yeah, you're going to be using a car, you can always fear mechanical breakdown in that, but your home isn't going to mechanically break down. So that's another massive plus. So in my mind, absolutely value for money, total no-brainer. The second element is, okay, I personally think it's justifiable. Is it financially viable? Well, let's look at that, shall we? So, oh God, this is going to involve mental arithmetic, bloody hell. Because it is illegal to drive and use a calculator. Right, let's try and figure this out, shall we? Pardon me blowing my nose at you. Right, I'll just interrupt myself to say that we are about to drive past Lickpenny. So, I don't know how much the pitch is costing. Go on, it's your turn. Go on. Bloody hell, what are you waiting for? A written invitation? Bloody hell. Yeah, so here's Lickpenny here on your left. So that is a theoretical possibility. Don't know how much the pitches are there. Don't know if there's one free, but we can find out. And yeah, there you are. So the financial viability. Okay, there's more than one aspect to this as well, but let's try and go through it. So let's take the figure of £3,000. Now, if we can use it for 11 months, how much is that per month? Well, it's 3,000 divided by 11. So 3,000 divided by 10 would be 300. So hang on, let's work this out. 3,000 divided by 11. So 11 into 30 goes twice. Remainder 8. 11 into 80 goes 7. Remainder 3. That's 27. 11 into 30 goes twice. 27. Right, so it's going to be about 273 quid per month. 273 quid a month. That's cheap, isn't it? Right, minimum rent that you're looking at for somewhere that you won't enjoy living, around here anyway, 700 quid. 750 quid is your entry level private rental in these parts. And that doesn't get you anything nice. That gets you a roof over your head that you probably won't like very much. It won't excite you. So 273 quid compared to 750, that's, again, tell me in the comments if I'm got my thinking ass backwards, but that's winner winner chicken dinner, isn't it? Yeah, okay, you've got to buy a caravan, but that's going to pay for itself with the reduced rent, isn't it? Oh, and let's factor in, right, so let's factor in, it's 273 against 750. Let's also factor in, you're not paying council tax, you're not paying for electricity, you're not paying water rates, you're not paying gas. Oh well, you would still be paying gas. You'd be paying for your own bottle of gas, but it's going to be pennies compared to your house gas bill. Right. Tell me if I'm misthinking that, but isn't that another complete no-brainer? Why isn't everybody doing this? Why isn't everybody doing this? Unless I'm missing something fairly pivotal, you can live like a king in a beautiful caravan on a beautiful site in a beautiful part of the world and save a bloody fortune compared to living in a... Oh, really? Where are you going to get to, mate? Oh, you're going to do them? Oh, brilliant. You're going to do them both. There's a car coming. Oh, that was close. That was too close for comfort. What a bell end. He came within a whisker of causing a full head-on then. What an absolute twat. I thought he was just going to do me and slot in between me and the one in front, which would have been a risk that was pointless. But to go and do the lot with a blind bend coming up, what an absolute wallaby. He's a lucky chap that that car wasn't a second further up the road than it actually was. Otherwise, yeah. This road, eh? We've got a bit of history with head-on accidents and this road, haven't we, darlings? Haven't we just? 11th of July, a date that won't be forgotten anytime soon. Right, back to what I was wobbling on about. Again, tell me in the comments what you think. But have I been missing a trick? Are we all missing a trick? You could live like a king for 273 quid a month, excluding the cost of your caravan. And you could start out with something humble, and with the money that you save, you could upgrade it year on year until you were living in an absolute palace. God, this is sounding better and better the more I think about it and the more I talk about it. What am I missing? This seems too good to be true. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose again. Now, admittedly, there is that extra month of the year where you're not allowed to be there. So what do you do then? Well, you've got options, haven't you? You can, well, it depends what you're doing in life. You could, if you're not tied, you could sod off to the continent for a month. But if it was me, what could I do? Well, I could spend that month in NETTY on a different site, or doing a combination of on-site and off-grid. You could, there are lots of options. I wouldn't be worried about that 1 month. I really wouldn't be worried about that 1 month. Do you know, this is just sounding better and better. Right, the other aspect to the viability is the affordability. Right, in my mind, we've established that it's a no-brainer in terms of the life that you would live. Oh, got hiccups now. My body is falling apart. Digestive system first. Right, so as far as I can make out, it's a no-brainer, but there is still one aspect to address. That's all theoretical. Practically, could I afford it? Right, well, again, this is going to need to be broken down. On a month-by-month basis, yeah, I could afford it, no problem. Because I would be paying a lot less than I've been paying for the last 10 years. So, yeah, I could absolutely afford it. However, there are upfront costs. There would be, at the very least, there would be the cost of the seasonal pitch, although again, thanks to a helpful comment, some of them apparently you can pay off in 4 installments. Nonetheless, there's going to be a lump sum involved. It might not be a huge lump sum, or it might be a 3 grand lump sum. Whether it was a quarter of that or 3 grand, I haven't got either. And there would also be, assuming that I wanted a Caravan, which I think I would, not essential to begin with, could do it in NETTY. Actually, could easily do it in NETTY. Yeah, could easily do it in NETTY. Certainly to begin with. Alright, so forget about the Caravan to begin with, but there would be the cost of the seasonal pitch. So, is that viable for me? At the moment, no. I don't have the money. But I could try and raise it. So, yeah. So what is the conclusion after all of that gobbledy waffle? I think a seasonal pitch is the way forward. If anybody has got any arguments against that, let me know in the comments. But I think the seasonal pitch is what we aspire to. Again, as I've said before, first thing, get NETTY van life ready. That's essential, because a seasonal pitch might not be a possibility, there might not be any available, and if they are, I might not be able to raise the money to take one on. So on that basis, NETTY needs to be van life ready. Even if I got a seasonal pitch, then for the 1 day a month that I can't be there, NETTY would need to be van life ready anyway, because I'd be off in her. And if I've got NETTY and she's van life ready, I'd be off in her every Monday anyway, not out of necessity, but just for sheer fun, pleasure and enjoyment. So back to where we've been. Number 1 job, get NETTY van life ready, but I'm convinced that the thing to try for is to try and make a seasonal pitch happen. Am I missing something? Do you agree with me? Do you think that's the way forward? Is it too good to be true? Let me know in the comments. Do you use a seasonal pitch? Do you know of any available near me? Do you know of any cheaper than £3,000? Again, let me know in the comments. In fact, let me know any of your thoughts in the comments. Right, that's it for this time. Tomorrow we will talk about something else. I might even film something else other than driving to work. You never know your luck. Alright darlings, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you channel members and all of you who have gifted channel memberships. And I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me, and on that note, toodle pip. Bye darlings. Darlings. Tricky chaps, words. See you tomorrow.
The YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Boaty.
Oh. You had me at YouTube videos. Let's go, Boaty.
Boaty's such a great guy, very tall. Such a great guy. I wish Boaty was here in America with me right now.
You twat. Wanker.